Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. We're back with another campaign adventure. This is Experience Points, and we're going to get right to it. The advance on Kiev. So let's get hopping, and here we are. So we are going to go to the start, as we do, and just take that turn back. And we're going to have a look at the map first before we begin. So there is two supply sources that you have. One is on a road and one is not. It is important to note that this area here that is out of bounds was done deliberately, because if you go along you'll notice that it has actually put you in supply. So this road would be 8 all along here. So that was done deliberately. You will put all your supply points into here. Because this is out of range of your infantry in the first turn. Unfortunately, the Axis have 3 supply sources and 2 reinforcement zones, which are here and here, and we're going to actually get rid of these reinforcement zones so that we can't have any more strife. So let's begin. Your infantry only has really 2 turns of effectiveness, and then they're just going to be out of supply. Now, you may think it might be an option to stream them south as fast as you can, but you actually need to create a lot of threat for the other infantry, so it's actually really important that you have them. Okay, just going to move our armor up. There we go. And just reinforcing some of the biggest armor there. Okay, put in your supply. Now we have to take the objectives in 6 turns down here, 7 here, and 8 for these 2. I found that it's your supply does extend out to about here by the 8th turn, so you're able to aggressively advance, but you still need to be very conscious of that supply. Okay, so we're just extending up first. Let's get to it. Let's try to negate the zone of control. May be expensive, but we want to keep pushing our units forward. So here we go. We want to free up this unit. I was hoping to destroy it so we could free up our armor to move, but looks like that quite didn't happen. There are times when, surprisingly, the tanks, the Axis tanks, would come over here and block up here. So this is different for them to come back here. Okay, let's start pushing forward, and we'll just destroy the units, because sometimes they will slip in and try to take your supply in the south there. And you do want to push them near 2 unit parts, because you will get an overrun with that unit. And we gave them some reinforcements. So these have T-34s on them, on this special step, so you should be able to do a little bit of damage here. And you definitely want to keep pushing forward. Again, you're going to be able to supply really quickly, and you can't extend the range on here. You got to do it down here. Okay, so we're just trying to do as much damage as we can, and if we can get behind them and prevent their retreat, that's even better. Okay, you just don't want to let them go without a fight. Okay, just reinforcing my more heavy hitting unit there with the special step. Okay, they'll try to either fall back or hold the river. So if you keep the threat up with your units, and hopefully you'll be able to actually do a little bit of pain there. Now this is a really good point. He will be out of supply soon. What we're trying to do in the north here is take this, because they can also reinforce in here and bring in about 2 or 3 tanks, I believe, and an infantry unit. Eventually supply will catch up and feed into this point, but not at the moment. So there we go, just reorganizing that unit so we can reinforce a unit which will be close to the front line there. Okay, so here we go. Just extend our range in the south. Okay, we try to destroy this unit so that we can move up our armor and get a free shot. There we go, try and take out this heavier unit, but we also don't want to leave him there because you'll notice with the supply range, I should say, this is swamp area, so your supply is going to come up underneath it, because you do lose 3 steps here because of this area, unfortunately. Okay, so push your armor up, and I'm getting him ready to take this objective here. Sometimes if I had an infantry, I'd prefer to use that. A tank is quite a valuable resource. So if I could have done this over, I definitely would have gone for an infantry unit in this place. Okay, so here we're trying to cut off that, which we have. We've managed to negate their supply, and we're just trying to get in behind them. This guy's not too much of an issue, but I did pull him back into supply so that he could be a threat. Okay, so we have our first objective taken 2 turns early, and now we're just trying to get this objective here. It is a point to note that you can't always take all the body of your army, like the main body, straight into one objective. Sometimes it pays to think how much is it going to take an objective, and I should send the rest of my army in the other direction, because your distance and your movement turns matter greatly here. Okay, so now the enemy has lost another supply, and they can't be resupplied from down here. The forest does make it a little bit hard, but they're not in any real danger here. Hopefully they won't get too adventurous over here. Okay, pushing across the river, just to extend a bit of our territory, and to keep the pressure up on them. So I'm hoping here we actually do have supply. Yep, we do. Now I took this unit with the one down here, and just to note, he is in supply, and we are going to use this guy here to clean out this area. Otherwise reinforcements will come in, and we're going to have a bit of a hard time. I also built the bridge here for the reason that I can get a higher supply for these areas, because that's a 3, 2, 1 as opposed to a 1, so it gives us an extra bit of range there. Okay, and this is quite the balancing act. You sort of want to cut them off, well, you do want to cut off their supply for sure, but this unit is not going to be able to attack next turn. He is out of supply range. But yet, I'm hoping to pull them out of supply, and it didn't happen, fortunately, but I did take a zone of control, so I did put a lot of pressure on them. Okay, so extending our range again. Let's see, this time, yeah, we're not swamp area here, forest here. It's not a pretty sight. Okay, this area is tanks just moving to take as much as they can. I was worried that they would actually take here, come in here, but that didn't seem to happen. So pushing out, if I could take the free shot, I wanted to. Also stops the infantry from parking right in front of the objective. I need to take this objective in, let's see, one more turn. And also keeping your infantry up. I know they're going to be just absolutely butchered, but you just need to keep that on, that pressure up there. Okay, another supply, just to see if we can't. Oh, there we go. A 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So again, bridges extend that supply, doing some nice work there. Okay, we're expecting to take some losses, but it means that they're not getting in the way. Okay, we took a hit from the armor, but he wasn't able to go in front, which is exactly what we wanted. Okay, because as here, he's only a 6 defense, while he has an 8 in his specialist step. So this is a bit of a tag team. Put one unit in, put one unit out. And, well, there we go. That was quite nice. We took the objective 1 turn early. Yeah, I do believe the secret here was just swapping your tanks out, not letting the infantry put more things in front of you. So if we have a look, we just go back to the start there. So push your infantry forward across the line and try to force your way to the river. Just cut them off where you can and force your way across. You want to be taking up near the supply, so you want to push her, and you will take losses. Then push your units up here. You will get slowed down here, so you need to keep this area clear. And if you can get an infantry unit over here, all the better. Then force your armor in the south, and this armor this way, and you'll smash through. Go up to the river, and then down this way, getting rid of these guys so they can't cut off supply. Then eventually you'll use 1 or 2 armor units to take here. You do want to probably try to clear out this, or in the least put a heavy unit here just to keep this area defended. Then you can force your way up here, have your infantry keep smashing and providing pressure, and then try to take a unit up this way to put in and out here, so you can keep tagging him. So you might not be able to attack, but you can at least get out of the way, another unit comes in, and you've got that zone of control all to yourself. That's about all. So reinforcements come here and here with the enemy, so you got to watch that, and use bridges to extend your range, as we saw here. Turn to 6. It's, from like a 1 that will supply into a 5, because I had a bridge here and I had a bridge here. So do take note of that. Well, this has been Experience Points. I hope you've gained some experience from this, and cheers. Have a good one.